Product analysis and product disassembly are two very related slides, so we're going to look at those together. For product analysis, this is just a simple product review. I'm sure you will go onto YouTube and watch product reviews before you buy a new product, and this is all this is. So the student here has looked at 3 different existing products, commercially available products, and then analysed them under these key criteria. The reason for these criteria is that you're going to have the same criteria for generating your own design specification later, so it's important to analyse products against them. I have one criticism of this slide. It's really hard to see the photos, and I can't really see any link between the photos and what's being talked about. Visually, it's just not a lovely slide. This here is similar. It's a little bit better because we've only looked at 2 products. But again, it's hard to see a link between this up here and what's being talked about down here. It's just visually not very stimulating. If we come down to the product disassembly slide, we're going to come back to the product analysis in a second, but the product disassembly, you can see here they've got an actual product, then they've taken it apart into its base pieces, and they're able to identify each piece and what its role is within the product. So we know what each part of the product does. And the student's done the same here, again to a great level of depth. I've also heard this slide referred to as product anatomy at some point, where you're looking at all the key parts of a product. So for me, this is a really nice layout. So what I would like you to do, going back to your product analysis, is to split this over a couple of slides. Split it over a couple of slides, but present it more like this. So you've got some nice images of the product, as they've got here, but then you're perhaps annotating these key points around the outside. So you could have, for example, sustainability as a title, and then the information about sustainability written underneath it with a nice arrow linking that to pictures of the product for the product analysis slide. That's what I'd really like you to do. For the product disassembly, some people have said to me they're not able to get hold of actual products because they're not at school. Now, I would push back and say, really try and get hold of a product you can take apart. That would really be helpful. If you can't do that, we can do this virtually. You can go online and find pictures. So for example here, you could have found a picture of a lamp, and then you could have found a picture of a bulb online. The base here is a metal disc, so I'm sure online there must be a picture that exists of the base of an IKEA lamp, of the shade of an IKEA lamp. The majority of these parts you could certainly find online. So if, say, you're doing a wooden toy that pulls along with a string, you could find a picture of a wooden toy, then find pictures of wooden wheels, pictures of strings, pictures of the other key components, and lay it out in this way. So that is product analysis and product disassembly.